Thank you so much for being with us today. Can I just ask you to introduce yourself and give your title as well?
Yes, I'm Patrice Vergriete, the mayor of the city of Dunkirk and the president of the Urban Council.
So recently you have made headlines around the world for being the largest city in France and one of the largest cities in the world to start to enact free public transportation for all of your citizens. Why? What was the need?
We decided to have free public transportation in Dunkirk because it was a commitment during the campaign, the municipal campaign in 2014. We decided to launch the Decaplus project with the aim of change the network to have a reliable, efficient, fast and free public transportation network. The goals, 4 goals in fact, we have 4 goals. The first one is the environment, is relying to environment. It's to have it's to improve the condition of life and the condition.
La qualité de
l'air. The quality of environment. And the second goal is the purchasing power of the households. In Dunkirk. Just one example. In the metropolitan area of Dunkirk, cars consume about 400,000 liters of gas per day, and it's around 500,000 euros, which go up in exhaust fumes every day. So have a free public transportation system is also give back a purchasing power for people. The third goal is to facilitate citizen access to recreational activities or community facilities. And the last goal is to develop social links between people, because it's very important for a mayor to develop social links between people.
I imagine when you're here at this conference with all these mayors and you're coming and talking about this rather radical idea to do public transportation completely free, I imagine that there are colleagues of yours who listen to this and say, well, I could never do that. That would never work in my city. Vous comprenez?
Yeah, oui, j'ai compris.
What do you say to them?
Yes, when I went to such conferences, my colleagues, mayors, are very surprised because they ask me the question, not why, but how? How can you do that? In fact, it's not very complicated for the finance, but in fact, mayors are very interested in such experience because we all know today that we have to do something for environment, especially, and free public transportation is a very incentive mean to convince our citizens to have and to develop and to accept a new mode of transport. Free public transportation has not only an environmental dimension, but also a social dimension, because of the goal, the links between people, the goal which is the link between people. And mayors are very conscious, are very interesting in developing social links between people.
I have seen this experiment described as like a psychological shock, a social shock. I don't know if those were your words, but maybe you could explain a bit. what that means?
Yes, pour les habitants, vous voulez dire un choc pour les habitants?
Oui, un choc psychologique.
Yes, for inhabitants, it's a psychological shock because it's magical. Inhabitants say, but how can you do that? You must pay the salary of the drivers, you must pay the bus, you must pay the gas. How can you do that? So it's a kind of magic.
Magic by tax.
Yes, and we explain that in fact ticket sales represent less than 10% of the total cost of the network. In fact, it's not magic. It's not magical. And the other part of the psychological shock, is the change in practice. For example, old people, old isolated people, now take the bus, go to the terminal of the bus, and come back. Yeah. And they can see people, they can speak with other people. It's very interesting. I didn't know, I didn't expect that. It has developed new social dimension and practices of population. It's very interesting.
Well, I wish you best of luck. Thank you so much for coming and spending this time with us.
Thank you.
Cool. It's great to meet you.